Real quick, huge thank you and appreciation to Johnny Murillo, founder of Chicano Hollywood. He's a huge influence in the Hollywood film industry.
Yeah,
so
no
we
doubt.
appreciate him coming out and telling us his story, sharing it with us. Thank you so much, man.
Big love.
Great story. Also,
Johnny
a respectful salute to Mauricio Mo Duran, former lieutenant, retired Marine vet.
That's right.
You know,
That
so
was a cool conversation.
That one was also a great story. Coming over here as an immigrant, living in New York, telling his story, and being a successful, accomplished retired lieutenant. You know, so can't wait to share those.
I can't believe that we got like back-to-back ones like that too, man. Because that really tripped me out. That how
yeah, we didn't leave until like.
Oh, we were
in
here
the
pretty
morning.
late doing some work in the studio. You know how it works, man.
Yep.
That's awesome, though. You know, and then we moved it along. You know, Renee came through and said, "Hey, I got more for you guys." And then we were like, "Let's lock it in." And then Kiki came about, and we'll have to talk about that here in a bit too. But like, I love how you always set up yourself on the, how could I get a job?
I mean, I'm just trying to plug myself in anywhere.
Yeah,
dude.
like I'm gonna be an actor, so are you cool with that?
I've always wanted to
How
dabble
do I
into
get a job with
acting.
you, man?
I've always wanted to dabble into acting. So I mean,
you did some casting calls too. I remember that.
I
That's
did. I
pretty
did some
dope.
background work. So why not? Why not try it? You know, if I fail, I fail. But at least I tried. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I want to tell my kids like, I
tried.
tried.
Yeah. And now
It's
you're gonna have it
worth
recorded.
trying.
It's gonna be like posted, so like you did try, like
I did, yeah. Well, I did. It is recorded.
I know,
And then
I know.
also, as always, thank you to our sponsors.
Of
Café
course.
Del Cid. Go to delseedcoffee.com. Make sure you use that promo code
Tapped
tapped
in
underscore
media.
media. Also, Upland Nutrition, located in the city of Upland. Go get yourself that protein shake, that hydration drink.
You love
those
that
protein
stuff.
waffles,
Love
those
that
protein
stuff,
donuts.
man.
They're delicious. I'm telling you. I don't
I
do
know.
it because they're our sponsors. I
Post
tell
a
you because
pre-workout. I know. I
prior
hear it
to
all the time.
them being our sponsors, I was already going there. We enjoy it. My kid,
So
my
healthy, bro.
My son loves their
I
protein
like it, though.
shake, so it's awesome. So make sure you guys go check that out. A big thank you to our partnership with 3P Studio, as
3P
always.
Studio, big shout out. Andy is on this one, so he wasn't on the last one. So
Yes,
there was
sir.
some technical stuff that we had wrong in the last one.
And I do have a little surprise for all of us. It's a nice little treat, which should be arriving soon. Matter of fact, it's here.
but, okay.
So
So you're gonna get that, but we don't want to leave our guests waiting for
No.
too much
So-
longer. So
our next guest is recognized as the first Mexican rapper out of Compton, California. He was Coolio's DJ. He has collaborated with many West Coast rap legends like NWA, The Game, DJ Yella, who was his mentor, as well as Little Easy. Please welcome the legendary first Mexican rapper out of Compton,
Straight up.
Kiki Smooth.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me, man. For real.
Yeah. thank you, man.
Yeah, bro.
Again, another
Look at-
another one that came out
Yeah.
from way out from LA.
I know.
so-
And the studio,
you know,
the
it's a
studio audience
blessing
is
for
going
us.
crazy right now, bro. Just kidding.
Hey,
That's
man.
awesome, man.
It's not far.
It's not far.
It's true.
It's
It
not
seems like it's
far.
far for us, because we're out here all the time, and
Yeah, it's
you know,
it's not far, bro. When
That's
you,
cool,
When you
man.
love it, when you love what you're doing, you know what I mean. I had a gig last night. I got home real late, still up this early just to go and go to work. You know what I mean?
that's awesome.
I feel you, man. The grind don't stop.
It doesn't stop,
grind
man.
never
But we do
stops.
appreciate you coming out, early in the morning, like we usually do our recordings in the morning, and
all
you
love.
know. We were talking like before, everything got started.
Yeah, we
here.
always have
A long conversation
before
before.
the actual
Yeah.
conversation, and it's like, dude, save all that, save it
You
all.
guys have a good vibe. That's what it is.
Oh,
I appreciate
damn,
it, man.
that's
You
dope,
guys appreciate that.
bro.
You walk in and you feel the vibe, and it's.
I appreciate that,
That's
man.
cool, man.
Oh yeah,
I-
Drew,
I-
he likes
I
you, bro.
respect
That's
that.
cool, man. See, you got a
Drew,
cool
he
vibe
likes
too, bro.
Man, big shout outs to Drew in
Yeah,
the background.
dude, yeah.
I mean, he's making everything happen
man.
right here. I saw him.
We got lucky, dude. We got real lucky, man.
Yeah.
Like,
While
that.
you guys do this,
You're
I'm
gonna go get that treat
I'm
right
gonna go
there.
get that
All right,
treat.
we're gonna talk DJ stuff because I think when you come
Yeah,
back
you
in, you'll
guys
chime
can
right
start.
back in.
Because
bro.
I
love
don't
that.
know nothing about DJing.
Yeah, but it don't matter. You can still relate though either way.
That
bro.
happened in our last episode, on our last interview
Yeah, no
with
doubt.
the retired lieutenant.
Yeah.
Oh,
They got
yeah.
into it with the whole DJ.
Yeah, man.
I
DJing
couldn't help
is-
it, bro. You know,
DJing
like.
is
So
life, bro.
in the meantime, I'll be back.
Yeah, what time did you get done last night? Like what, 2? The
Yeah,
usual-
well,
the
I
usual?
went to sleep around 2. You know?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you checked out a little bit earlier. Like, all right,
Yeah,
that's
well, at 1. So
that's
you know,
cool.
it's
That's cool, man. Hey, how many years you think you've been doing it now? I know we were talking too that you traveled the world, and we're gonna get into that, of course. But how many years now you think you've been DJing at it? What would you say? Over 20, 25?
Over 20,000 hours.
Yeah, I believe that. Putting in work, bro. That-
No, all my life since I was 14 years old.
14.
Yeah, I started
Damn,
at 14.
dude.
you know what I mean?
What was your first mixer?
My Newmark with the old one with the wood panels and it had no fader.
Oh,
you know what? Let me
damn.
just say this. My brother, DJ Mo2, Nelson Sandoval, my brother just had brain surgery and stuff, and he's been on my mind a lot, but he was the reason I am who I am today.
That's dope.
He's the guy. That,
Big shout
the
out to
friend,
him, man. Absolutely.
The friend that was like, two kids that are tagging, and we want to do more. And, you know what I mean? And I mean, dancing was dope. You know what I mean? But we wanted to be the guys that were making everyone dance.
For sure.
And we were these kids with this dream. And one day, and we're in Compton, so we were selling crack. And
you had to hustle.
The homie was like, let's go back this shit up. Let's go stand over there, make some money, and go get us some turntables.
That is dope.
And that's what
so
we
you
did.
flipped it.
We flipped a little
decks.
$50, and we couldn't get them at first. And out of nowhere, he comes over to my house, and he's like, bro, let's go to my house. So we go to my house, to his house, and he has that Newmark, a tape deck, an old turntable, and a green flash of little
That's
light.
awesome.
I would never forget that shit. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, what the fuck are we supposed to do with this? And he's like, we're gonna learn how to DJ.
That's awesome, dude. He flipped drugs, right? Just selling it out on the streets, right?
Crack.
To get fucking his decks, bro. That's dope. Bought a new set of turntables. Him and his boy were out there,
So you utilized
hustling
the
in
money
Compton.
for the right things.
Yeah, bro, hustling in Compton. I love that story, man. That's the way. That's what's up. That's how it has to be done.
Well, in the
You gotta grind
90s,
it out.
it was a dream that had to become real. You know what I'm saying? So, in the hood in the 90s, that's pretty much all you had was the streets.
Yeah.
And speaking of streets, I like I mentioned earlier, I have a quick announcement. Somebody who actually comes from your neighborhood, who's made it out of the hood and is doing his own
Big things out here.
Big things, has his own business. I want to welcome Javier. Real quick. Came by real quick.
Man.
Right on, brother. Also want to formally announce him as our new sponsor of the show.
Oh shit!
And he brought us.
And he brought food too. Hey, we always talk about that too, bro.
Appreciate that, big dog.
That is so dope, man.
Really good. Appreciate you, man.
Javi, brother.
That smells good.
I appreciate
That smells
That's
bomb.
fucking dope, man. What the hell?
Thank you, man.
Nicely done, bro.
We didn't bring the fireballs though.
I know, and we don't have shots of Fireball. Sorry
It's
about
good,
that,
it's
bro.
good.
That is so dope, man.
Yep.
Look at-
Breakfast burritos.
Hey,
Breakfast
can't go
burritos
wrong
for
with that.
everybody, dude. That is so. How
Thank
kind
you,
are you,
thank you,
bro?
man.
That-
Honestly,
Come on,
man.
bro.
Thank you.
Oh shit! And
Fireballs.
we started it early like that.
Oh,
Okay,
fuck,
keep
there
going,
it is.
bro.
So does that mean we have to take one?
Here we go.
Yeah, he's ready for one.
Oh wait, we do have to take one.
He's like, wait a
Oh,
minute,
I don't
what?
drink. So
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, we
That's
gotta
cool.
talk
I
about
don't
that.
drink
Really,
either.
that's really cool though. Did you used to drink though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that for sure, man. That's dope.
Oh no, you're good, right?
Yeah.
So we'll take a quick.
No, I'm
You want to take a quick one?
I don't-
He wants to take a quick one.
I don't even have that. Do I?
So-
Do we have a? Oh shit! Take a little swig for us, Javi. No, he doesn't drink though.
No,
It's his choice.
this is my choice.
Oh, I like that, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
I
That
drink when I want to, and I
like
hardly-
that.
So I'm the same way, and usually like when I connect with him, we'll have one or two shots, but I don't do nothing further than that just because of my past.
Oh, I haven't had a shot, so.
no.
in a long time.
Oh, see, that's dope. See, why you over here trying to like mess with me?
She is.
That my
I blame the
my
wife.
His wife's in
No,
the
my
background.
wife is like.
I am
want
blaming
you-
the wife.
She's like, I miss my drinking partner.
No, I'm driving. I drink by myself.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna
Nah,
fill it
nah.
up.
No,
So
just a
we're
little
gonna
bit
do
more.
that,
Damn, man, you
that.
got a heavy ass hand.
What do you mean?
I'm just kidding, man. That's cool. That's cool. It's early. It's early. Thanks.
Where's the other one?
Oh, here.
I
Sorry.
mean, we all need to.
Sorry.
It's just gonna be
Kiki
you and
doesn't have to do
Kiki
it.
or
Sorry,
what?
but we did bring breakfast burritos for you guys,
Yeah,
man. That's pretty cool.
My pleasure.
Appreciate that.
My pleasure, brother.
Thanks, Javi. Thanks, Kiki, for coming to the studio. We appreciate it. Yeah, you got that, Ro? You got it?
I got it.
Because we're taking all this. You know that,
I
right?
just want to say this real quick. The only reason I'm gonna take this shot is for this man right here.
Oh, that's dope, man.
So-
Hey,
My Compton homie.
hey,
You know
Kiki,
it?
if you ever,
Oh, South Central homie. See my neighbor.
Andy.
I'm gonna take this shot from my neighbor.
bro, if you're
bro.
ever in Upland, man, you gotta stop by his Talk
Yeah,
About Good, bro.
definitely, man.
Bomb
He'll
ass
hook you up.
tacos, bro.
He'll hook
Bomb
you
ass
up.
tacos. Cheers, guys.
Hey,
Cheers.
Salud.
Good morning.
Salud. Good morning.
Salud to making it out.
Good people.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
That was weird.
By the way, if you haven't already, check out this interview that we did with him as
That's
well.
right. That's right.
It's
We had him on
touching.
there too.
It's a compelling story. He came from the low bottoms, as they call them, from the low bottoms.
That's
from
right.
South Central, right? So,
And from the dark streets at night with his daughters
yes,
hustling
in the alley.
tacos.
That's where it all started.
That's
in
a
the
hell of
alley.
a story, bro. That's a hell of a story.
He's a hustler, bro.
All right, Javi. We appreciate you,
Pull up
bro.
on you, big dog.
That was dope,
I'ma
dude.
pull
That
up
was
on you.
fucking dope, bro.
Okay, when you're done,
Yeah.
All right.
today we got tacos for $1.
Oh, yeah, dollar tacos.
Yep.
Dollar Taco
That's
Sunday.
dope, man.
So,
All right, Javi. We'll see you later,
Thank
bro.
you, man.
Hey, we could take guests like that anytime they want to come in like that. I'm okay with it.
I'm totally okay with it.
And he's gonna.
Hey, if you guys want to grab a burrito, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
You can go for it.
Please, please.
Do it.
Dude, yeah, that was cool, man. We that's our first interruption we really ever had like that, Kiki. So maybe it's your energy. So you bring in that type
Oh,
of
man.
vibe too,
I
man. So
appreciate
that's
you
pretty
guys.
dope, right? I mean, that I did not expect that. That is really cool, man. And now he's gonna go after the show.
I just had Fireball for breakfast.
Hey, man, when you were on with by the way, you toured with Coolio, right? For how many years was that?
For
He was
5.
the DJ for Coolio.
Yeah. Toured.
5 years.
How was that?
It was the best moments of my life, you know. As
The
a kid.
best moments of your life.
As a kid, yeah.
How old were you?
Well, it was not as a kid. It was more of a, a young man. But to be, how can I tell you, going from DJing for all the craziest gangs in Compton, to doing all the quinceañeras in Compton,
Nice.
to like having my friends tell me, well, how are you going to tour the world when all you do is DJ for us?
Oh, that makes sense, though. Yeah, you got to spread
And
out.
I love my friends. I love them because they were like brutal, honest, but it was
But
the
at the
things
same-
that these kids can't take nowadays.
But even though
you tell them the truth and they fucking start having anxiety.
Yeah.
Fucking soft.
Yeah, and like I come from the era where your own friends would tell you and make fun of you.
Oh yeah,
You know me?
yeah.
Same. Right.
But you know what?
But they're your homies.
But
Yeah,
but at the
they
same
should be
time,
making fun of you. What the hell?
Like you said, they were brutally honest. But at the same time, you can consider it also as like, this was just out of his mind. Like, fuck this fool. Like,
Yeah.
what's he talking about? But at the same time, you know that those true homies are like, he'll figure it out. He'll make a way out. It's love, but they just
yeah.
don't know how to like really bring out that.
It's
Dude,
because
I got you.
Some motherfuckers are scared to jump over.
Exactly.
The
Sure.
homies will push you to the edge to see if you're down to jump.
Yeah.
You know me?
Yeah.
Because the hardest part is not to get to the edge. It's to actually do that leap of faith
And go for it.
and go for it.
Yeah.
And a lot of motherfuckers won't.
They won't do it.
Well, nowadays. In the 90s, you had your homies or your homies. Because in the 90s, you couldn't call your homies. You would have to go to their house and knock on
Yeah.
their door.
Yep.
Feel me?
That's real.
Get on your bike and go.
Yeah, and
That's real.
I was
run.
that kid. I was that kid that always be at my homie Basilini's house. Go over there and like I wouldn't knock on his door. I would knock on his window.
That's
Yo, boss.
Yeah,
and the
come
niggas
out.
would come out. Yeah, to this day.
Like
When-
Smokey?
yeah. Oh, for real.
When his mom sees me, she always tells me that she remembers because I would be the first one up. I'm always the first one up. I don't know what it is, bro.
That's crazy.
And I would go and kick it in the hood.
just
you know?
got mad energy. That's awesome.
Yeah, since a kid, I've been like that, you know. And
What was it like to? And you said Yella was your DJ Yella. Shout out DJ Yella. Damn,
out.
that's,
Shout out
that's
DJ
pretty
Yella.
cool.
Yeah.
Like you said that he was your mentor and
He is my
somebody that
mentor, yeah.
you looked up to.
I still do.
And what was that like growing up and knowing that I'm gonna meet him one day and then it happened and you still are you guys are still connected?
You go into my room. Me and my brother always shared rooms, but on my side of the room, it was
Nothing but posters
of DJs, and
That's
it
dope.
was Yella, DJ Quick, you feel me?
Nice.
Africa Bambaataa, Battle Cat. There was DJs
Yeah.
that were okay. I know the history of DJing, but and like I tell this to people, I would see Yo in TV raps, right?
Yeah.
And I would see these videos, and these videos didn't reflect who I was. I'm not from the Bronx. I'm not from New York. I'm not from the East Coast, but I love the music.
Right.
But the minute I saw NWA,
Yeah.
you're talking about buildings that I know.
Right.
that I live
You were
in,
familiar with
that
it.
I am walking by
Yeah.
looking at them. So the feeling was way different.
Yeah.
And watching the guys that I love the most are the DJs, seeing Yella and Dre on 4 turntables
That's
on
dope.
these shows
Wow.
was like, for a kid from Compton, it was like, what the fuck? You know, some people want to be presidents, some people want to be doctors. I knew that moment that I wanted to be a DJ.
Life changing.
Yeah, and I'm like 12 years old, and my neighbors, I'm hearing this.
Hell yeah.
So me and my brother are playing in the backyard, and my brother's like, "What is that?" So we look over the gate, and we see them scratching. And
I'm all about it.
I'm hooked. That was the day I got addicted to hip hop.
No doubt.
And I knew that ever since that, I was gonna become that. And
Man, that is awesome. So you stayed a lot, I mean, obviously a lot of hours, a lot of time practicing in the room by yourself, you know?
So growing up in Compton as a Mexican, what were you like the minority there? Meaning, like, were you the one of the very
okay,
few
let me tell
Mexicans
y'all
there?
something. That doesn't exist in Compton.
Okay.
Because we don't look at Compton
there's
and
a
Watts.
different
In
perspective.
Compton and Watts,
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna tell you this, and anybody will tell you this. I have a shitload of black friends. They my brothers. Gang
Right.
grew up with us. You look at the back of the CD of documentary, my name's on there with my brother.
That's
Oh, shit.
awesome.
You feel me? Like, my brother Hub City Dre, that's, you know, District 2, the councilman. I went door to door with him. He would say it in English, I would say it in Spanish. You feel me? And we're the ones that did it. You know what I mean? I don't believe in that. You know, it's a little hard for me to be putting down my black friends because they uplift me.
For sure.
And it's crazy because even now that I'm rapping in Spanish, my black homies be telling me like, yo, I don't know what the fuck you saying, but it sounds hard as fuck. And I'm so glad that you're doing this for your people.
That's cool.
You feel me? And that's why I tell people I'm the first Mexican rapper out of Compton signed to Ruthless Records.
Damn. Okay.
You feel me?
What was that
That's
like to like work with Eazy-E and even little
Well,
E?
you know,
now?
I
You
never
work
got to work with Eazy-E, but
But
I
at the
worked
record shop.
at the
That's
record
it,
store.
yeah.
Shout outs to Big A. Imagine trying to get hired at any job. You know, they told me no 3 times.
Damn.
But I didn't quit.
You
I didn't quit.
It's about being persistent.
And it was in my enemy hood. You feel me? I didn't
shit.
care. I was determined because of what my homeboy had told me. Now, as a young DJ, all I wanted to do was, you know, like really, really, I talked a lot.
Yeah.
In my, I'm gonna make it. That type of talk.
Love it.
And to me, without that talk, I would have never
That's
forced myself.
Manifesting.
Yeah, and I made myself continue to go. I would pretend to go buy records at the store and wait for the owner to come, my homeboy Big A, and then chop it up with him. Like, in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna make this man my friend, where he's gonna hire me instead of me asking for the job. I'm gonna start hanging out at this record store. I even had some problems where my enemies did caught me slipping outside, and people from the community that knew me backed me up. And I'm talking about a gang of Crips.
When you say enemies, I mean, so were you a part of a gang?
I was
Or do you
I was
just-
tag banging, so
Okay. You were
we
a
are a
tagger.
gang, but
Right.
at that time we were still taggers.
Yeah.
And you know, I was not that kid that you're gonna say something. And some of those guys that belonged on that sector, yeah, I mean, every time I was saw them, I was just, even if I got my ass kicked, I'm gonna make sure that they know I was there. You know what I mean? And that was just
Sometimes
the type
you
of
gotta-
Still standing.
yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, for real.
No, yeah.
You know, I talk about it in my rap. I got my ass kicked at the Compton courthouse one time.
Damn.
You know what I
Damn.
mean? Got my ass handed to me by a gang of motherfuckers, me and my homie G. But, you know, to me, that made me to be able to represent the whole city.
Right.
You know? So
Yeah.
even my ops, I represent them too.
Fair. I mean, I think it's cool that, you know, you have that bounce back story, of course. Like, you know, everybody goes through that hard time.
Yeah.
And you came out and just said, nah, man, I'm going to go and get it, because you working with Coolio, the record shop,
Yeah.
and doing now, and you're still doing your work today.
Yeah.
Like, you're still putting
Well,
raps together.
everything-
You're still
everything-
writing. You're still
Everything
going.
that I did in my past is now what I am because of that. I went from DJing to rapping. You know what I mean? Imagine getting a phone call And this is house phone days. So I'm on the block, and my little brother's skateboarding.
Party line?
Yeah. My little brother's skateboarding to the block, there's an important phone call at the house. So it's like a block away. And I'm like, I don't really want to walk over there right now. That type of shit.
Yeah.
And I used to buy Chronic from Coolio's nephew.
Oh,
all right, so
shit.
that's the connection between me
crazy.
and Coolio.
No way.
How crazy is that?
I would buy like a quarter pound from him and flip my money. So I would grab my DJ money and flip it I'm going to sit on the block. I'm not going to fucking sell crack no more because it was a penalty. But even selling weed was a penalty like selling crack.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me? So
I mean, they still have it as Schedule 1, right?
Yeah,
till this day.
I would hustle on the block to, just keep my fashion up and my gas money up, pay my rent, whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's cool. Yeah.
And I got this phone call, and my little brother was like, "It's Ghost." So that's Coolio's nephew. And I was like, "Damn, I already read up. I wonder what he wants." Like, fuck it. I'll be back. So I told the homies, I'll be back. This is when you got to tell all the homies, I'll be right back. I'm walking back to the hood, walking back to my house, and my mom was like, "Te habló otra vez." And I was like, "Oh shit, what up, fool?" And he's like, "Yo, what are you doing tomorrow?" It's like, "Nothing, what?" He's like, "Coolio needs you to DJ."
No way, dude. That's dope.
And I was like, "Bullshit, nigga." He's like, "They're gonna pay you $500, but $500 now."
Damn, for a set.
He's like,
late '90s, early 2000s.
that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for a set. Hell yeah.
And
And
I'm
at what
like-
age? How old were you?
Well, I was in my 20s. I was 22.
Okay, but
But
still,
either way,
that's-
just
that's
getting a
lot of
jump on
money.
that, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
and
that's
I'm
dope.
on like,
How much was gas in the 90s? Like,
it was like $2-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Still,
cheap.
yeah.
It was cheap.
much cheaper than that.
It was like $3.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was
Two
still kind of
bucks,
average.
like
yeah.
$2, yeah. But yeah,
In
no,
the 90s?
late
Nah.
90s, late 90s, like almost 2000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like $2.
Yeah, it was still. Yeah, it was still pretty low.
But
I mean,
I spent a lot of my money on Chronic.
that's fair.
$500.
Yeah,
Chronic.
give me that shit, bro. Like to this day.
I want to ask. I'm sorry to
No,
interrupt you.
go ahead.
I want to ask you though first. Like, you grew up with a single mother,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So what was that like? I like and I want to ask this just because I want to know what that's like, especially for a Chicano growing up in Compton with a single mother,
It was,
you not having a father figure. So what was that like? Because our last two guests, same thing.
Yeah.
Single mother household.
Let me tell you this. Last night, this lady came up to me and was like, "Everything that you DJ was on point. Who taught you this music?" And I was like, my mom had me when she was 14, so I was like her.
At 14.
I was her,
Wow.
her like best
guys grew
friend,
up together.
dance, and so she taught me a lot about music.
Okay, so
So
she was
one
your-
day we would bump cumbias, then salsa, then Madonna, Michael Jackson, Prince, the Gap Band. You know what I mean?
So,
And-
so she did what she could to like be involved with you.
yeah, I mean, shit. She was like, "Look, this is your little space that you can have your turntables in."
Fuck, dude,
That's
That's
awesome.
badass.
You
So she was
know,
very
like-
supportive.
She supported it.
Yeah,
She was
well,
very
fuck,
supportive.
yeah, like she knew.
you don't
Well,
always hear that.
Well, she
My
would
mom,
go clubbing.
I feel you. I love that. You
My
gotta
mom,
have that
my mom would
support.
go to Florentine Gardens and all these places. You know what I mean?
What?
So she knew that the guy that was making everyone dance was the DJ. So when she walked into my room one day and she was like, "What the fuck? This nigga got nothing but DJs all up in his room." And then my brother would have nothing but spray cans on his room.
Okay.
I mean, like we shared a room, so it was like hip hop the fuck out.
Love it.
You feel
All
me?
the elements.
All the elements
Love
are
it.
going down. in it.
Yeah.
And so she knew that her sons were into that. You know what I mean? And that's why when I told her that I was going on tour with Coolio, she jumped up and down like we won the Super Bowl.
No way.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well,
dude.
yeah,
Dude, it's
that
a huge,
Coolio
huge-
was he was
and,
massive.
and it
dude.
was crazy because I was nervous out of my mind. And the same friends that I had told that I was gonna end up doing this one day are the guys that drove me to the airport applauding me. So it was like I didn't just make it. The block made it.
Yeah, the block
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the block made it.
all that
That's
hard
usually
work and
how it
all
is-
that.
how it-
Yeah,
how
because
is.
they
The people
used
around
to,
you.
They used, they're gonna be your number one customers. If they're your real friends, they're the ones that are gonna tell their uncles, "No, book my friend. No, do this." And if you don't have friends like that around you, get them the fuck away from you.
True.
You feel me? Because
And they got to be honest.
you
with
know, a lot of people are so selfish nowadays that they won't even help them. You feel me? Help your own people and shit. And I get tired of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I go hard for my friends because of that reason. You know what I'm saying? All my first gigs the first year of me DJing was the homies getting me gigs. For real. My mom got me my first gig, and it was a quinceañera for one of the tias. You know what I mean? And it's that type of shit.
Starts from the bottom.
That even when the homies wanted to throw a party and I was trying to do it for free, they shoot me $100. And you know what I mean? Like little things like that.
Hey, man. That goes a long way.
To be able to say, hey, guys, I'm fucking going on tour with Coolio tomorrow. And everybody's like, what the fuck? Hell fucking yeah. They're gonna roll up a big one. Yeah, it was the dopest shit that I get to the airport the next day late.
No way.
No, true shit. And I go and tell them, here's the other shit. I've never been to LAX.
Oh, so this is your first time experience.
So I can only imagine.
I went to LAX when I was a kid and I got caught tagging, and they sent me to my dad's, but it was never on my own. My mom was there. She made sure I got on the plane, whatnot, right?
So your dad was around?
No.
No.
I got caught tagging, and my mom was like, you're going to learn a hard lesson.
You're going to go with your dad.
You're going to go meet some nigga that you never met before.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he was around.
That's real.
Just
He
was
around for 3 monmonths.
Oh, shit.
That's all it lasted.
Damn. That was it, huh?
Yeah, but you know what? I was just telling my mom, and I was telling my girl, I think I'm going to go look for this nigga.
I'd be like, thanks for those 3 months, man. I'm back.
Yeah, no,
like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's a long story. But you know, no, I haven't talked to him.
But he's alive.
I'm hoping. I'm going to go look for him.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
I'll come back and let y'all know if I find his ass,
Oh,
you know?
man.
Okay.
Open door policy, bro.
Yeah.
Come on in, bro.
But
Bring him by.
Yeah. Bring him on. We'll have him on, too.
He was never like the reason. Even my mom was never the reason why I did this. You know what I mean? It was me. I wanted to, become this person because my family didn't have that. You know?
Yeah.
All my cousins, everybody, we didn't have that.
I want to get back to you being late at LAX, bro. And how did that work out?
So look, I get to
we forgot about that.
I get to LAX and my fucking flight is gone, and I told the lady, I literally begged her, right?
Where were you flying to?
I was flying to where did I go? I went to Texas.
Oh, they were flying to Texas.
And I'm like, please help me. I told her the whole
You ended up
story.
going to arrivals instead of departures?
No,
LAX is confusing.
It
Well,
is really confusing.
I don't remember, but by the time I got to the damn lady, the flight already had left. So I told her everything, every fucking thing there is.
All the details she needed.
So I'm like in my 20s, you know what I mean? So 99. It was like 99. So yeah, so little late 20s. I told her, if I don't get on this plane, my career is over. My life is career. My family's depending on
everything
this.
that you
My friends
said.
are depending
Everything
on
you worked for.
Everything, and I need to get
For
there.
sure.
I told her, look, this is the first time I fly by myself. I'm so sorry. I did not know that you had to be here early. You know what I mean? And this and that. She looked at me like I was about to cry type shit, right?
Yeah.
She said, hold on.
I'm going to blow this opportunity.
I got there before the fucking plane was going to get there. I ended up taking 2 different planes and running, but I got there before. The guy that was picking me up, it was the dopest shit. That shit said Kiki on the sign. And I'm like, if I had like Facebook or some shit at that time, I would have.
Could you imagine?
But you know that.
Could you imagine we had social media
No, he
back then?
posted on his MySpace. I'm pretty sure he did.
That memory that I have here, I would have. To me, in my head, I was like, wow, I have arrived, right? So we take an hour drive. But look, this was just supposed to be a one show.
Yeah, a one-time deal.
Yeah, it was so Coolio had this DJ named DJ Fatbox. Rest in peace. Shout outs to DJ Fatbox.
Rest in peace, damn.
They got into an argument over a DJ mixer, right? So Coolio knows the owner of Vestex.
Oh, okay. That's
Crazy
badass
shit.
mixers.
Right. So they ended up getting into an argument. I guess he used Coolio's name to get a mixer and he sold it or some shit like that.
No way.
None
Some
of
dumb shit.
Right. So Coolio found out. He got mad at him. Next thing you know, his nephew was there and they were like, we have a show tomorrow. What are we going to do? And Coolio's nephew was like, I'll call my homie Kiki. No, I'll call my homie Too High. So my friend from Japan couldn't do it because he was, in trying to get his visa still. So he couldn't travel.
Wow.
So he told him, why don't you just call Kiki? And Coolio's nephew was like, word, the guy that kicked your ass. Word. No, that's what he said. He said, hell yeah. So they called me And, I agreed to go. And I still hadn't met Coolio.
Damn. So all this is happening.
And I have
not
never
one
met one, right? So I get to the hotel, and the guy's like, they're at sound check. You're not going to be able to check in. You have to go straight to sound check. I'm like, I don't give a
Damn.
fuck. Let's go.
Get to work. Hell
I
yeah.
get to sound check, and Coolio was like, tell him I want to talk to him by himself. So I go to his dressing room. And, I was already like, all right, listen to this story, though. I grew up
Oh, I'm listening.
in Compton, California, and I went to a bunch middle school, and I went to Martin Luther King Elementary. And in between those schools, there's a park called Mona Park. And in that park, there are these cribs called Mona Park Cribs. I've been swimming. I'm a Coca-Cola champion. I've been swimming since a kid. So for the summers
So this
to
guy's
help,
a swimmer.
so to
Nice.
help my mom, I went and got a job at the swimming pool, cleaning it. And I will give you guys the bags with the little thing, you know what I mean, for public school, right? So I remember Coolio when he was coming up, rapping in the park.
At that park
And
right
that's
there.
where he's from.
What the?
Oh, so he's from Mona
Park Crips, right?
That's like meant to be, though.
Right,
Like,
so
I mean,
when-
they come
Honestly,
together.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't know Coolio was actually from LA until
Yeah, he's from Mad Circle too.
Yeah.
With Dub C, and DJ Aladdin.
Oh,
Does he
damn.
too?
Yeah, they're from a crew called Mad Circle. So
Okay.
before they got with Dub C got before with Cube, they had Mad Circle, and Mad Circle was DJ Aladdin, Crazy Tunes, Dub C, and Coolio.
No
And
way. And he took
Coolio
some good
would
hip hop history right here.
all of them would be at the park rapping, right?
So
So when he said, "You're from Compton," where in Compton?
Oh, okay. Now he's
So I was
testing it.
like, "Ready to even know? I'm already gapped up, bro." Bah!
Yo, let me break this down to you. Where from Compton?
Yeah, and he was like, "Check this shit out." This is what he said. He said, "No fucking way, I remember you." He said,
What?
I remember you.
What?
I fucking
So there
remember
was-
you're the little kid that used to clean the pool or crib." I'm like, that's me, my nigga.
That's dope.
He said, it's on. It's on. He said, can you do this? Since we're in Texas, can you introduce me? Now,
Oh, damn.
I've never done this shit.
Yeah.
I've only DJ'd.
First show.
Yeah,
Out the gate.
I've only DJ'd. So the first thing that came into my mind, you don't tell somebody no when it's at that level.
For sure. You go for it.
Yeah, no problem.
Man. Put
So-
yourself on there.
We did sound check. He gives me the machine called an instant replay from Akai. I learned it on the fly. Ba, ba, ba. I go back to my hotel room
360.
and I did what he was doing earlier. Sí, como no. I went back to my childhood and thought, who is the guys that used to talk on the mic? And it was all the conjuntos.
Yeah.
All the
Sí, sí, bueno,
conjuntos
sí.
that I had ever seen in my life. I don't know if you guys ever seen Limitless, about that little pill that activates
Yeah,
your
yeah,
brain.
yeah. That's a
So I
badass
felt
one.
I
like
haven't seen that one. I gotta see that
I
one.
felt like I was on that because all my memories of someone talking on the mic came to me that day.
At that time.
At that time. And I came up with a way to introduce him in Spanish and English.
That's awesome.
And I was sweaty. I was nervous. Red.
Of course.
And you know that it was like,
How many people were at this first show?
it was sold the fuck out.
Oh, damn. Yeah, hell yeah, you're nervous,
I'm
bro.
doing this, and I'm like,
That's what I was gonna ask. I'm sure you should
I
have
was
been
shaking. I was shaking.
trying
It was
to mix.
the craziest thing, and I don't know his set. I don't know shit of it. I hardly know any of the songs.
Because there's no rehearsal yet.
Yeah, there was
so-
no rehearsal, but
Damn.
sound check, right?
Straight on the
bro.
fly.
He
Yeah.
just told me to press all these buttons, right? So on the first button, I was like, I want to do something. So I started scratching, and I got so nervous that I was scratching on top of his verses, right?
Oh, shit.
So as soon as the
That's
first song comes out, I finishes. He turns around, puts his mic, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm about to get fired, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, that shit was cool, but don't do that shit again, all right? The motherfucker turns back around,
I love it.
and
Love it.
he's so smart. He's like, I want to introduce you guys to my newest DJ. It's his first time ever. I want you guys give him a round of applause. I was like, at first, when they started clapping, I was getting anxiety.
Yeah.
But then it became strength. And that's what these kids don't know how to do nowadays. Like,
they don't know how to build up that courage.
Yeah.
And go for it,
just
though.
go for
Yeah,
it.
and
they're
they're-
so sheltered, and they're so. I want to blame, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I kind of want to blame the whole pandemic because I feel like it just cocooned them
nah, it wasn't
rather
that.
than being able to.
It wasn't.
There's
that.
got to
No,
be more
You want me to
than
tell you
that.
the truth?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And this is the reason why hip hop sucks.
not having any balls.
No, you guys are parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's your
Hey,
fault.
Yeah.
It's
I
your
agree.
fucking
You're right.
fault. It's
Leave
our
me
fault.
hanging,
You're right.
It's
Yeah,
our
you have to
fault.
hang-
My bad.
yeah, I
It's
got you.
our fault. It's
I
our
want that
fault.
too. I want that too. I
It's
mean,
our fault.
Chime in,
It-
I want to chime in on that, all right?
Yeah.
So check this out. I got 2 little boys, started a little late.
Yeah.
40. And I told my little, there's a quote. It said, hard times make strong men. Strong men
Make-
good
So
times.
we did that quote on Friday.
We did do that quote. Yep.
Yes.
All right, it's synchronicity, right? And again, you're exactly right. Parents became a little bit too the helicopter parents.
Yeah.
shelter them.
Yeah.
Too much cocoons going on, bro.
Yeah. Too much protection.
And like you, I had an experience when I was like 20 years old.
Yeah.
In front of a stage in Sacramento, giving a little speech. I won't get too much in the background, but at one point, I fucking froze. There's 300 people. The governor of California sitting in the audience.
Yeah.
Man. I froze. I've never been so scared in my life. Some of you maybe. Guns pulled to my head. I was more scared at that time than any other time in my life. And I told the truth. I said, hey, look, I've never been up on a stage like this, and I'm a little scared, and I don't know what to do. And I said that, and all of a sudden, the whole room started clapping.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Then you got to accept it.
Breakdown where I just wanted to leave and hide my head and never come back. But that moment told me, as long as you got people supporting you, you can do anything.
Yeah.
Stage-
I try to tell my daughter right now.
Stage fright's
She's
real.
16. She wants to get into military. So I'd support her, salute her, whatever. But just like her and a lot of these kids right now, her age, they're even scared of asking, like when we go to a restaurant, they're scared of asking for their own meal. So yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like, where did I go wrong with you being scared of asking for your own meal?
I got pretty
You got a
lucky.
point.
I got pretty
Because
lucky though.
you give them a choice. My mom didn't give us a fucking choice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we didn't have
right.
a choice.
And
We
I
didn't have a
got
fucking
yeah, that's
choice.
right. I got
You're
pretty
gonna
lucky.
eat what the fuck I order
Yep.
you.
And if you don't eat,
And you know what? If you don't get up and stop crying, I'ma fuck you
yeah.
up.
Yep.
You
And
wanna
my
cry- something to
mom
cry
and my
about?
dad were
Yeah.
like that to me, so I
If
got pretty lucky.
You
so I was
scared
like
of
that
them.
too.
You should be scared of me. When I
sure.
went to jail, I didn't want to call my mom. I didn't want to
like,
call.
oh my
I wasn't
God.
scared of the cops. I was scared of
of
my
my
mom.
mom.
My
Yeah.
mom. I told my friend, I'm gonna tell my mom that it was your fault. You tell mom. But yeah, you know what? The youth nowadays, I just feel like we baby them too much to the point where it's a little different. And me having that courage allowed me to be able to embrace everything that Coolio threw at me. So after the show, it was like, thank you, like for giving me this opportunity. In my head, we were beefing hard, and a lot of my friends were like going to jail or going to a casket at that
Right.
time. So to me, after that show, I walked back to the dressing room, and everybody was giving each other high fives, like we had just pulled off a big ass victory in performing, right? And Coolio was more happy because he was worried that he wasn't gonna have a DJ for the night,
Right.
So it was a big celebration. So I go to Coolio and Coolio's nephew, the homie Ghost, and I told them, thank you for this opportunity, and I would always hold it in my heart.
Grateful.
And because in my head, I'm going back to the hood tomorrow. Right?
Yeah.
I am going back to the hood, and that's it.
I did my one.
That's it. But I did it, right? And Coolio was like, we're going to Atlanta tomorrow. Would you love to go with us?
Wow.
And, I'm going to pay you $1,000 instead of $500.
Oh damn, man. Hell yeah.
That's an easy call.
And I was like, you serious? Fuck yeah, let's do it. And that day became 5 years.
Wow.
That Monday, we were going, so it was a Saturday and a Sunday. That Monday we were going back, and
Did you have to get your passport and things in
Well,
line?
that- so when
it started to happen.
so we're
right?
we're on the plane, we're on the lobby, and they moved me up to first class. Fucking serious shit, right?
20-something years old.
Yeah, and
From
so,
Compton.
That's awesome.
so
Put me in first class, sucker.
I get to sit with the homie, and he tells me, I am gonna let go of Fatbox. Would you be dedicated to me?
Damn.
And I was like, you serious? He's like, I'm gonna change your life. He's like, I think you deserve this shit, man. You're a real humble cat. And you know what? I just want to tell you, like, it's going to be hard work for you. But if you're down, you know, you're in with me. And so I was like, fuck yeah. So I met his wife, Selena. And they fucking got me my passport and everything. And we went to rehearsal for 2 months for our first USO tour.
Dang.
Whoa.
So,
dude,
my first major world tour was for the USO. So I, with the Dallas cheerleaders. So wherever we had a base, we went.
Yeah. No way.
And we were flying in the big fucking military planes and the whole.
How was that?
we go back and look at some of Coolio's like tour concerts.
Yeah, well, I've been looking, man. Like, even my wife is like, how's there like nothing? My road manager has a lot of pictures of that shit.
So
No
you're saying
way.
that if we go to YouTube,
I can't find shit.
Really?
Yeah, I can't find shit. It was way before YouTube and all that shit. So it's
But
really
even
hard.
then, you find shit from way back.
Yeah,
then.
and I'll be looking. My wife be looking. And it's crazy, bro. Yeah, just to not. I mean, I had, like I tell my girl, I have them up here.
But the concerts are on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't fucking found any. I've looked. There was one time where I looked for like 2 weeks straight looking for information, and I still couldn't find shit.
Damn.
But yeah, but
That'd be nice to pull up though. Like,
Yeah.
just
What
kinda
year was this?
read through,
like
we go,
99, 2001. You know what I mean?
we might, we're pretty good about digging, man. We go
That's
and
cool,
find it.
man. Let
If
me
we
know.
find it, we're gonna shoot
Yeah,
it
let
your
me
way,
know,
bro.
but yeah.
Dude, that's huge. Okay, you're going with, now you're on the road. You're with Coolio, right?
Yeah.
You're going all over the world, passport in hand. Doing
Yeah.
all this work, putting it down. And at what point did you tell yourself, hey man, I'm only gonna do this right here, but I'm gonna do some rapping too for yourself?
Well, it
'Cause
was
you
Coolio's fault too.
Yeah.
We used to fucking freestyle so for him to get ready for his shows.
For sure, yeah.
We would do a
Yeah.
circle with all the dancers, everybody, and he would make everyone freestyle.
That's awesome.
So 5 years of that, it was like, first it was like, I'm the DJ of the crew.
Cypher circles,
Someone
baby.
passed me
Yeah.
a brew, that type of freestyle.
Cypher, yeah.
But then I would be kicking it with his nephew a lot, and his nephew's a real rapper. And,
For sure.
I was surrounded by great rappers. You know what I mean? Like big time rappers. I was,
for sure.
Look, at that point, I was already DJing for a gang of rappers. West Coast Cam, Razkaz, Above the Law. I was DJing for these people already.
That's
But local shows. You feel me? And I would always have great rappers around me. So when I started to rap, they were the guys I did the songs with. You know what I mean? But Coolio was the guy that was like, the end of our career, the end of our moments together, he already knew I was headed to that.
Yeah.
Because I would come home and I had bought me the Trident, the MPC. I had my cousin and my homeboy rapping with me. I had my own NWA of all Mexicans.
Your own, yeah.
You feel me? Mexicans with attitude. For real.
Yep.
And I was the DJ producer and I would rap like Dre. And eventually.
Did you make any beats for? Or,
Yeah,
for
all my
Coolio?
rappers, no. But all my rappers around me that are popping right now, I did their first beats because I haven't produced in some time now, but I would produce too.
Nice.
I was everything. I was everything.
Man, just
and
the tool shit. They're just pulling a tool. You're just doing it all, man.
It got to a point where I got hood buzz. You know what I mean? Like the hood is talking that I rap and it's popping. So I was like, fuck it, let's do our own show. We have all the equipment, we have all the mics. My homeboy that, again, Nelson Sandoval, DJ Mo2, that believed in me in day one, he was like, let's do it at my house. He had a house in Linwood, big ass backyard. He's like, we'll build a stage and we'll do our first show there. You feel me?
That's pretty cool.
And Coolio and Goldilocks went over there. Goldilocks from the East Siders and Butch Cassidy was there too. These are the people that I used to live with Goldilocks. Like I am a hip hop kid when I tell you this.
Yeah, no
And
doubt. You can totally tell too.
A lot of my black friends are famous rappers.
That is insane.
You know
man.
what I'm saying? So imagine, hey nigga, I need a place to live, and Goldilocks is like, come to my house, cuz. And I'm living in the front room. I'm in the front room, and he's living in the back room. I'm like, we're paying rent. You know what I mean? Like, it's some real shit. And to this day, 2 weeks ago, I DJ'd for him and his wife, and they were talking about that because I lived with them.
That's crazy.
You feel me? So my first show was like, all right, this
It changed
motherfucker got it.
Yeah, it changed it.
They were like, So I got off, I did my performance, and I had my homies, and everybody was making noise and all that. And Coolio was like, "You got this shit." And I told him, "What you thought about my stage presence?" He's like, "Nigga." And I told him, "Cool, because that's you, my nigga." I spent 5 years looking at the greatest entertainer I could ever fucking see in my life.
That's
bro.
awesome.
Like
a sold out tour.
Coolio was, how can I tell you, the entertainer of entertainers. He taught me that on stage, you're not a rapper, you're an entertainer, even if there's a fucking fly there.
Wow.
That fly needs to fly while you're rapping, bro.
Yep.
Because he's going to create the buzz for you. I'll never forget that shit, bro. Coolio was like the illest teacher that you could have to become a great entertainer.
That must have been something else, man. That must have been to take all that in, and you were traveling the world. You're doing what you wanted to do. You're loving it. It's music. It's hip hop. It's everything that you put onto it, right? Did you see anything like where Coolio was like, running into trouble or anything like that? Because it was so weird how like it just one day it popped up and he's, wait, what? Coolio, what? Like he's
that
gone.
Shit made me cry, bro.
Like seriously, it was just like a random thing where you're like, how? Like, because it seemed like you see him everywhere,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, that's it. Like wait, and I know that you spent a lot of time with him, especially on the road, that many years, all over the world, the globe. I'm not, when you were telling us that you lived in Japan, I'm like, I've never lived in Japan. I know Rojo never lived in Japan. I'm sure.
I lived 2 summers.
That's
Osaka and Yokohama.
How was that too?
Like, shout out to my brother DJ Too High. DJ Too High is the reason.
You were at a concert with Coolio out there too?
No.
Oh, okay.
So look, I'm working at Easy's record store, and a little Japanese kid comes in with his MPC and turntables. And was nice. Like, I'm here to chase my dream.
Mm-hmm.
And the owner of the record store, that's Eazy-E's uncle, Big A, was like, "I'm going to introduce you to this Japanese kid that helps us move units out there." And I was like, cool. So he comes in, and he's trying to get a hotel room in Compton. So by that time, we have our own house. The garage, the garage is my DJ room. So I was like, bro, look, you can spend the week in my garage. My mom's going to allow you to. So that week became some years. So he became family. And after I won my first Guitar Center championship on DJing, he's like, we're going to go back to Japan. So me, him, and DJ Battlecat did a tour in Japan.
What?
Yeah, we did a whole tour of just DJs DJing at little spots in Japan.
At Guitar Center, I remember you were saying too, in Guitar Center, you went 3 times there, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And your boy was with you on
yeah, I whooped his ass.
I remember you said that.
And you know what's funny?
It's got to go down, bro.
We live together, so we kind of know each other's routines.
Right.
But I had worked on 3 routines, and he didn't know which one I was going to use on him.
You had your own arsenal.
Yeah. But man. Too High was the man, so, he's like, we're going to go to Japan. We're going to do this tour. After the tour, he stayed to kick it with his parents. Right. And, I took off on tour with Coolio because he couldn't get his visa together. Right. So when we had an off time, we were warring. We were warring against a gang. And I didn't like going home. It was just
after all the
I would go. I mean,
whatnot.
imagine like I would go from a plane to doing a big show, being praised, back onto a limo, getting dropped off in the hood,
right?
And now in the nighttime, I'm trying to go kick it, and I gotta watch my back. I can't even like kick it without my homeboys risking their freedom by holding straps. There's nonstop cars. Every car we're looking at. You know what I mean? I would like fuck this. So I called my homeboy, and I was like, I'm going back to Japan.
No way.
And he's like,
that's what flipped it.
Shoot it. Come through, nigga, for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, come over. And I'm all like, what we gonna do? He's like, we're gonna DJ at every fucking club there is. And we did that.
Damn.
We did that. So I did it twice.
You were living it.
I would go on tour with Cool, wherever the fuck we were going. And the minute that I would find out we having like some off time,
right,
bam, we went back and he was living in Osaka. So we took off to Osaka for 3 months, bro. And it was just, you know, it was beautiful. Like,
did you go to a lot of record shops out there?
Like a motherfucker. A lot of my white labels, they from over there. And if you're a real DJ, you know what white labels are. And I got 4
promos.
Copies. And I got 4 copies.
Promos, hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
You know, it's crazy because when I was one of the last DJs to make that transition from vinyl to computer. You know?
Yeah.
It's just because I was that guy that hated people that worked on sets.
You didn't want it pre-recorded or pre-planned. You wanted it to be spontaneous.
Look, you know how they have now Serato gives you energy,
mood and energy,
and energy and then note.
I am lost when you guys talk about this stuff.
I do that shit by ear.
Same.
Feel me?
I feel it.
I know how to read the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know how to look. Last night I can make an abuelita dance and make her feel like she's fucking 18 years old again.
I mean, then that's your.
I do my research on music. I don't just play music for me because it like, oh, you know, I'm only this type of DJ.
Yeah,
then you a selfish motherfucker because I'm a music DJ.
I just play.
I just play music,
come out and make
bro.
It happen.
I look, next week, I am so proud to say this. Next week in Compton, once a year, they throw this private party. All right? And we're talking about like celebrities. Can you imagine the celebrities that go to this private party? It's Compton. Imagine the celebrities that go there, because if you're from Compton, you want to go. And I'm talking about from sports to music.
So athletes included.
Right? And last year, I wasn't still, how can I say? A lot of people forgot that I also DJ. So for years, all they saw me was as the first Mexican rapper out of Compton.
Right.
You feel me? And last year, I had heard about this party. And I was trying to DJ at it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to attend.
Yeah, I want to be able to work. I want to be working.
So they gave me the cold shoulder, and I was like, cool. You know what I mean? But this year, since my friend is in the city council now, remember I told you I went door to door. Mm-hmm. I've been doing a lot of city gigs, and I've been ripping the fuck out of it.
Hell yeah!
I can't stand there and play music. I have to DJ.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will leave if I cannot DJ.
I feel like there's no purpose of you standing there. You're not a DJ.
You know, you could just play your fucking phone then, right?
True.
So, shout outs to my boy, man. I got the call last week, like, you're going to DJ at the party this year.
Yeah, the private party. The one you've been trying to get into.
And I'm the only Mexican at this motherfucker.
No way.
I'm the only Mexican on the flyer, bro.
That's awesome.
You feel me? It's an honor to represent Raza at this party. It's an honor to say that Brown Excellence is going to be in the building for the first time.
At this
You feel me? And that's why I am the first Mexican rapper out of Compton, because I've broke all the fucking doors. You know what I'm saying? And they don't look at me like that no more. They look at me as this vicious motherfucker that could just get down and rapping and DJing, you know?
So in my mind, I'm an artist, so I see an album cover with a bunch of frijoles negros.
Yeah, one brown one. Hey, you know, there's a Compton museum, and there's a picture of Little Easy. I have it. It's Little Easy and all kinds of black people. It was his first show.
His first show.
And it's at Kelly Park where his dad's from, right?
Okay.
And it was my equipment, and it's all black people, and if you zoom in, it's me DJing.
That's great, dude.
Little Mexican right there.
Yeah. And you know, it's always been like that. All my career. And to see Raza now accept it is a beautiful thing. You know, it just, like I tell people, to be the first is very hard.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Break some of the barriers.
It's very, very hard. You know, like it's like being at Costco telling you to try it.
Yeah. Serve it up. There,
and you got to give it to them for free. You know what I mean? They still won't get it.
Oh, speaking of trying that, though, sorry to interrupt you on that. Kiki's music is available on Apple Music, and we did do some research on it, you know what I mean? And you guys can check out a lot of his stuff there. Of course, he has a huge discography on there on Apple Music. We want to head over there right now and check it out. And also, he's also on Instagram. He has a lot of stuff on there too at Kiki Smooth, and you gotta, he puts up a lot of stuff about, podcasting, rapping, DJing, all of it, all the media encompassing. You know what I mean? Like all together. And was that always your idea to go and do it all in one? Or no, DJ was the first.
It's Yella. It was Yella.
Oh,
it was all Yella's idea. That's why the last shows that we did together, he made it. Like, you're gonna DJ, then you're gonna rap.
Nice.
Because we are from the city where DJs become rappers.
That's true,
it's
though.
True. Yeah.
I mean, Dr. Dre is one of the most
DJ Quick.
You
feel me? Yella. All of these cats.
All of them.
They all are my idols, and I'm always gonna be able. I'm a DJ first. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hip hop kid. We used to break dance for money to give it to my mom.
And once a DJ, always
graffiti.
a DJ.
Yeah, and I put it down for a minute, and then it got to a point where I was like, I have writer's block. And
well, I mean, I think I would say a lot of artists experience that.
I had
that
writer's
creativity block, right?
And blessings to my wife. Shout outs to my wife. She saw me going through this transition that I didn't know what to do. I was really getting frustrated.
Right.
I'm spending nights and days trying to write one verse. I'm fighting it, and I'm losing the battle.
Damn.
And I'm like, damn, it's time to hang up the jersey. And I'm like, but I don't want to give up hip hop.
Right.
And I'm telling this to myself over and over. I have this little space that it's my DJ room, my writing room, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in there frustrated, and it's like I start at 9 at night, and now it's 9 in the morning, and I still ain't got a complete verse. And that's how frustrated I was, that I was spending days trying to deliver these features that were being paid for. And my girl was like, why don't you go back to DJing? I can't go back to DJing. What the hell? But then she bought me a little controller, like on some DJ. And it saved my life, bro. It saved my career.
Really?
It gave me the hunger.
A new passion. To learn that and just try it again.
Yeah, and to start all over, like a reset button.
Is it safe to say that you were at that breaking point where you're just like, fuck all this, I'm done?
It was because I went and I got signed. And I was around Dr. Dre's ghostwriter. Mm-hmm. So I saw him write all these beautiful songs for Dre.
Oh, man, that's cool.
So I was like,
hey,
I want to do that. How you think I could get to do that? He's like, find yourself an OG that needs you. So I wrote Kid Frost's Volume Funk Part 2.
Really?
I wrote 85% of that.
No way.
Yeah,
are there a lot of ghostwriters you think still to this day?
And the thing
even
is,
on bigger artists too?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is that I went in there and I got fan struck.
Right.
Thinking that Frost is going to take care of me. Because this motherfucker came to the Watts Towers after he found out about me. Like, that's how bad this nigga ruled me in. Like, I got him on the hook.
Yeah.
And I went over there thinking, my homeboy told me, man, I wrote him a big-ass hit, and he was like, let's get the fuck out of here. He produced it, I wrote it, right? And he's like, that's it. But the next day he called me, and instead of telling my friend that I was going over there, I went by myself. And I started going by myself. So I ended up writing 85% of all those songs, right? Thinking that Frost was going to be like, here's your cut. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, break you off, yeah.
It didn't happen like that. So it was like, I had a lot of anger.
Absolutely.
So,
that's your art.
I went a little crazy on him, but then I calmed down and I was like, all right, let me figure something out. I go back into the drawing board. I'll come out with another song, and then still not working. Then I end up meeting Yella through a fan. Like, I just walked over there as a fan, had him sign my record, and then told him that he should be my DJ. On some gangster shit.
Damn.
Like that.
He just said it like that to you?
Yeah. I told him, I think you should be my DJ. And he said,
oh, damn.
Why? He said, because I told him I have the same attitude you do. And he happened to be rolling with somebody that knew my mom. So my mom back in the days was the coke lady in Compton. Feel me? So motherfuckers know my mama. Right? So he looked at me and he was like, you're Maria's kid, huh? And I was like, yeah. And so he told him, he's one of us. So I gave him my CD. They played one song. He said, cool, whatever. 2 weeks later, he called me.
Damn.
Next thing you know,
Putting it together.
We go in and we deliver a dope ass CD, and then I'm thinking I made it, but then the movie hits.
Oh.
Yeah.
So my project kind of got shadowed.
Yeah.
No, it got
Took a
put out,
backseat.
but it got shadowed. There was no promotion. I'm gonna tell you this. He took me to all the movie things. Feel me?
Wow.
So I was there watching them make the movie.
Yeah.
Jason Mitchell, that is the Easy
they-
actor.
Yep. They did a lot of
That's
the filming
my
there?
brother. To this day, he calls me.
Really?
Yes. Like I was kicking it almost a lot at the movie set. Then,
Did they do a lot of the filming there in Compton, right?
in Compton,
Yeah, in
and then
Compton.
Sony Studios. I did all. I went
That's
to a
in
lot
Compton.
of the Sony Studio ones because he was showing them how they would entertain the stages.
Oh, gotcha.
So Yellow was there to do the step by step, and I was watching being trained at the same time while they were training the actors. Right? We finished doing the movie. We did the movie. My career's still like on some weird shit. Right? So I decided to start rapping in Spanish. Right? I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna flip it. I delivered the first ever rap Spanish album out of Compton. It's called Compton. That's the single that I promoted today. The Peligrosa. That's the first ever rap Spanish album out of Compton. Feel me?
Out of Compton.
And the song that's on there with Little Easy, I wrote Little Easy's verse and everything. He gave me the publishing, the whole thing, bro. Beautiful moment. But I was signed to a label that dropped the ball. I was signed to Ruthless, co-signed to Hub City Music, and the manager at that time dropped the ball, bro. So I am going, all of this shit is building up in me. All this failure. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'd be
all
frustrated.
all this night and day creating these songs, putting like now 100% effort.
All the time.
And nothing's going up. Everything's going right back down. Nothing's staying up. That shit frustrates a person.
Absolutely.
To the point
It
where
breaks you.
I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. You know?
And then what changed it? What gave you that
DJ.
extra? Just DJing.
DJ.
Again.
DJing.
Right back to it.
I had to learn how to scratch again. I had to learn how to crab, juggle. Like I'm a fucking real DJ. You
That's
feel me?
what's up.
I had to like learn how to walk again.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And I took it in. I took all that shit in. Well, it was days where she would just be kicking it with me, and I brought out the vinyl and the needles because I didn't have a computer at the time.
Man,
You
So,
went
you know-
back to what made you in the first place.
Yeah, and I was showing her, look at all my vinyl.
That's yeah.
I'm sad. I got this.
You collect a lot of
Yeah,
vinyl?
yeah, I got all this. I got
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
I feel you, man.
I
I'm
had
right
to,
there with you.
I had to like make myself back to where I, wanted to be.
Your
at.
roots.
And the DJing got to a point where it was like, oh man, we want you to come rap. And I would be like, cool, shoot me like 500 and I'm there. And
Right.
people would be like, oh, let me see if it's in the budget. I'll call you back.
Oh,
right?
yeah, of course.
But then I would get a phone call like, hey, we want you to DJ. Cool, shoot me 500. And they're like, cool. So cool. The cool became money. And now like DJing is just kind of like, it's my main thing right now. Rap had become like this backseat thing, right? Till was it like 5 months ago, 6 months ago? We ended up getting to Ruthless Records this group called Los Asociados.
Yeah, I seen that you have a.
Yeah, you've been posting a
track
lot of
out
stuff
there,
about
yeah.
them
Check
lately.
this shit out. I had this.
Are they
vision.
Mexican?
Yeah, they're from Guerrero, like my peoples. So
One of them looks like he's like from the DR. Honestly,
So check it out. I had this vision of mixing the traditional Spanish, banda music with hip hop and finding the balance. And I had approached a lot of groups and they weren't fucking with it, But these two guys were already kind of doing it. They were doing like Dope Man with guitarras, way, in front of the court building,
Nice.
the Compton court building. So when I found out that they were signed to Ruthless, I went to the fucking studio over there and grabbed them and I told them my idea. We go to the studio to go record this. Now, this is what these kids are missing nowadays. The beat wasn't made, so I couldn't write. Nothing was done. It was an idea in all of our heads. We go to the studio, we got it for 4 hours. We get to the studio, we didn't go right. We blazed the blunt
For sure.
and
Settled
started listening to classic music, classic hip hop, classic corridos,
Reference.
and to figure out where did they begin and how we could break into that code and create something completely new that doesn't sound like no one. So we sat there, we blazed, we even ordered some chicken, we chilled, we ate. Shout outs to Mixalitas. You know, we ate, and next thing you know, the homie, we rolled up, and right when I was rolling up another one, he said, "Hey, you know the last corrido that we played, I kind of got an idea off of it." And I said, "Dum, dum, dum, dum," and then we heard the tempo that matched everything, and it was on and popping.
That was it.
In 30 minutes, that song got created. It's out right now, and it's called Evolucion. And for the reason why we called it Evolution is because it's the evolution of hip hop. It's the evolution.
On what you guys went back as a reference, and then boom.
Fuck that. It's the evolution of hip hop. Feel me? Ain't nobody sounding like that. That's the problem with hip hop now. Everybody wants to sound like everybody.
Yeah.
Like
the whole like mumble.
That's
like
why I don't fuck with beat
drill
makers.
music.
I fuck with producers. I don't fuck with beat makers. Feel me? If your shit ain't got no live instruments, then what the fuck are you doing? And second of all, why are you trying to make another fucking Drake beat or another Draco beat or like, you know, it's cool to a point. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to a point, but eventually you're gonna have to switch it up. So
one thing I can't stand, especially like some of today's rap, like Drake's music, I've never been a fan of Drake shit. It's just, if you're a rapper, you're a rapper. If you're gonna sing to it, then just stick to some R&B shit. Like I know the girls, but it's different, this and that. People are saying it's it's cool to man. Like you call me old school, call me whatever you want to call me, but that shit to me is no good.
No good for you.
Hip hop needs to stay hip hop. Don't bring that singing shit.
Yeah.
Nate Dogg did it right.
No, he was different about it though. He had a different approach on it.
And that's kind of how we went with the vibe. Like, so. We took all the live instruments and then put it into a hip hop tempo with a hip hop downbeat. Feel me? So the beat is real West Coast feel with congos, you know what I mean? And then with my voice, my texture, it added another flavor to it. What people don't know, and that's the problem, is that your voice alone is an instrument. So when you're doing all the choppy punch-ins, you're taking away the melody from your voice. And that's why hip hop has no more soul.
Do you find it harder that now it's like to get onto a label or somebody to take you, like take your work in, and be like, I'm going to put a bunch of money into it? Do you see it's harder now than like maybe back then, or like, it may have been easier for other people, but is it
now the new talent is no talent? So how do you put money in that?
I was going to ask you, how do you feel about these new, Mexican Americans or Chicanos, whatever, they categorize themselves like lefty, Mexican OT. How do you feel about them?
Like the rapping style? Like, it's just whatever. Whatever. Like, it's cool.
It ain't for me. Look, man, I'm from Compton.
Yeah.
Like we have soul. We the mecca of hip hop. Feel me? So like it's really hard for me to understand what they're going through or what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's we were the first, and it's dope to see other, it's finally being recognized.
Yeah, no doubt.
But
that's why when Renee told us, and I mean to cut you off right there, like, about you coming in, and then we did a little bit on, and you're like the first one to come out that way, and I don't see anybody else doing like that. I know other rappers are doing it, like for sure. Like, I mean, for instance, my boy, I would love for him to meet him too, Omeka. He does a lot of Spanish, rapping into the English thing, but he was mostly like Project Blow stuff, and like not from Compton though.
When I went to jail, I got my ass kicked for talking like a black person.
No way.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I talk like a black person, right?
Yeah.
And so the next day, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna talk nothing but Spanish now, because English is my second language.
But
no,
real quick,
check this shit out. Check this shit out. So the homies start talking to me, and the same motherfucker, one of the motherfuckers that put hands on me, right? And he's like, Holmes, blah, 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 this has to do. So I start talking to him in Spanish, and this motherfucker tells me that he don't know how to speak Spanish.
Oh, come on, bro. Like, I don't know how to speak.
So
I'm terrible
I took
in Spanish.
flight
Total
on him.
hypocrisy and double standard.
Big time.
So I took flight on him, and then I was telling him, wait, you guys are mad that I'm talking like a black dude, but you guys
can't
are
even
talking
speak
like
Spanish.
a European?
That's fair.
I said, so it's okay for you to talk like a white man, but you can't talk our languages, man? Get me the fuck out of here. That's why, to me, after that, I couldn't respect those dudes.
Double standards.
You feel me? I couldn't
Yeah, I
respect those
gotcha.
dudes. So a lot of their raps, when I hear them, and they're like, oh, Mexicano and this and that. Like, no, you ain't.
Nah, bro. You don't even speak that. You don't even speak Spanish.
Some don't even speak Spanish.
This
No,
guy
you
gives me a
ain't.
hard time all
No,
the time
you
because
ain't.
I speak Spanish. My Spanish is terrible,
But,
right?
you know,
but
I
I
mean-
try.
But
you
no,
know?
but like, it's fine with like that. But when you're saying that, you're
Right, it's a
representing,
difference.
when you're
Right.
representing
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you're the face of LA and all this
All that
shit,
shit, yeah.
and you don't know your culture.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let alone
And they're
not
gonna-
being able to speak
you know,
Spanish.
And they're gonna fuck with you and
Yeah.
fight you and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I
That's
feel you.
bullshit.
Not like you don't understand your own people. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. Power to them for having great managers. You feel me? Because it ain't them and it ain't their talent.
I wish it
You feel me?
goes
They
back
connected
to
with the
I don't
right
give a
people.
fuck. I don't give a fuck. It ain't their talent, my
They
nigga.
connected with
I
the
would
right
just
people.
wish it would be just about the talent part because the whole fucking like who you know and all that other shit, it's getting out of
But
hand.
I think all that went away when the mumble rap scene came about.
Yeah, well,
I
not
think
even
that's when
that. You
talent
know what I mean?
went
Like,
away.
you don't know your own culture. Like, I just saw some fucked up video that my girl sent me about Mexican OT and all this shit.
Uh-huh.
You feel me? So let's just get to this. I'm the first Mexican rapper out of Compton, but I represent humans, people.
no doubt.
You feel me? I don't disrespect people. I represent my people, and I'm proud to do that. But I also represent a city that is a mixed city.
Nice.
When you go to like the valley where like Lefty and them are from, you don't see a lot of black people the way I see a lot of black people.
Right.
You feel me? We have incidents where we will fight black people out of some dumb shit, but then there's a lot of incidents where my own black people will run and rush a motherfucker for me.
Yeah.
You feel me? But I still represent all colors.
Right.
Because I'm a king for that reason. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
what do
I
you-
represent a kingdom of people, of beautiful people. You feel me?
Absolutely. What are your thoughts like as far as like, like at Rolling Loud, let's for instance, like people getting hurt or people getting, knowing that someone's going to be there to do a performance, right? And people roll up, other hoods or other neighborhoods will
Yes,
roll
fuck
up on somebody. Yo, you knew that dude was going to be there, because he had to do a show. How do you feel about that?
Well,
Like,
that's the
neighborhoods get
gang
like that?
culture. I feel like the gang culture got very like 2025 and last year they got real like popular. So all these little kids are getting these face tats.
Yeah, what is it like?
Yeah, the whole face tat thing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just fucked up because again, the guidance that we allowed them to have, bro. It was
True.
too much freedom.
No doubt.
Too much. Man, my mom will fuck me up. Like, I'm sorry, but my mom got
No
aim.
doubt.
If your mom, if she got aim, whatever, a napkin,
Anything.
turned it into, oh my God, my nigga, like, for real. I come from that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I see my girl, like, she puts hands on her kids. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta fucking do that. So
Your little ass
you know what I
whooping.
mean? These kids don't get enough of that. You know what I mean? I call the cops on you. Call the fucking cops on me. I'm gonna fuck you up in front of them.
Yeah.
Feel me? That type
Although
of
I
shit.
will say I do kind of dig Young Drummer Boy, who's from
Nah,
Pomona.
I fucks with Drummer Boy. And
He's
G,
from
all of
Pomona
them.
here, and he's-
you know what?
he's
Like
pretty dope.
they're the veterans. They're a little different.
Yeah.
Feel me? They're a little different. They're from where I'm coming from. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? G knows what's up with me. All of them fools know what's up with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still fighting. I've created a new style of music, and it's starting to catch on. And I feel very, very blessed. And shout outs to all the people that are embracing and supporting the new sound. The video's out right now on YouTube. It's called Evolución, featuring Los Asociados. You guys check that out. It's shot by my brother, Extract Films on Big O. And we used the homie's house at Jay. You know what I mean? Like, it was dope. It was shot in Bakersfield, a whole new scenery for me. You know what I mean? So I'm just pushing out this. I have 2 EPs coming out. Evolución, the EP is going to be dropping in a couple months. And I'm working on a new Black and Brown project with my brother, Big to the Boy. And shout out to my homie, Big Ernie. They're funding that. So
Have you ever thought about starting your own label or something, like just to find artists, or you just want to just focus on
You
the
know
music
what?
part and-
I did do that. Shout outs to Caesar Laughter and Hub City Queen, 2 artists that I developed. My little cousin Jay Huerta. You know what I'm saying? But more of a mentoring type of feel.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to ball chain anybody. You know what I'm saying? I give you my experiences for free. You feel me? If you're my people, I'll share my experiences.
Man, and no doubt, like I mean, even from the past too, like with the Coolio stuff, all the way up to like even growing up in Watts and like you know just building yourself up to where you're at today.
Touring,
like those experiences.
And you know, we got more shows coming up and stuff like that. Just stay on my Instagrams. Support on anything you see and
throw out your Instagram so that people can know.
Just first Mexican rapper out of Compton, Kiki Smooth. You feel me? And
literally, you Google it.
He pops right up, man. I was looking right at it. And I'm looking at it right now too.
And
like
it's a beautiful. Shout outs to Yella and shout outs to my whole crew. Shout outs to DJ Live Crew. I have a DJ Live Crew. If you need a DJ, I will send it to you, no matter what your budget is.
Hell yeah.
That's right. We'll put that in the description right here below.
I gotta ask you too, being that you're in the hip hop thing, and I'm not a big like hip hop head. We talk back and forth.
Yeah.
I grew up with hip hop, but I gotta ask you. Who would you say is the most influential rapper, and who do you think is the best rapper out there?
Jesus.
That's so hard.
Fuck.
So hard.
I mean, I can give you my answer right away.
Yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves Tupac.
Yeah, I'm a
big
Pac
Tupac
fan.
is
Big
dope,
Pac
but fuck, I'm a B.I.G. type of fan.
Yeah,
because you like the whole rhyming and lyricism. Got it.
Rakim.
Rakim,
yeah. Corrupt.
Corrupt.
Sick.
Okay.
Some like badass lyricists, DOC.
Karis.
You feel me? Cube at the time when he was writing all these badass shit, MC Ren, you know what I'm saying?
Ren was flipping it up.
The Game, but 50
He
Cent.
can rap, man.
50 Cent, you know what I mean? Like, those are the type of rappers I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love Biggie's, like, this. I love that he flowed almost like a trumpet. You feel me? Like a jazz feel.
We put the video on the back,
yeah, man. Shout outs to Extract Films and stuff like that. Yeah, man. But that's why when I rap, you'll hear that, even in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people say that I sound like a black dude rapping in Spanish because of my tone. You know what I'm saying?
And I always get that because you got, both of you guys are like more hip hop heads. You like the lyricism.
Oh yeah.
You like the rhyming, the flow. For me, the reason I say Tupac is because he was he was a bigger influential person as far as like an impact going through it. And me, the way that I grew up, he was my kind of like my escape. So it's a different.
That's the type for.
And I was not a Biggie fan. I got so like caught up with the whole
West Coast,
East Coast, West Coast, and for the longest time, even after Biggie died, I was like, "Fuck that fool, let him die." Like, I don't give a shit.
Damn, dude.
But I grew up.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what?
I'm kind of glad there's nothing like that anymore,
and
though.
ignorant.
Like that shit was ridiculous, man. I want
That's
people
how
to
it
live.
was.
I'd rather hear it on the records and stuff. I just want to. I want to hear that creativity. Like I would love to see Biggie live, and like we were totally robbed.
And
I'm as fans.
I grew up in Compton, California, right?
Yeah.
So like, check this shit out. One day I chilling with the homies, and they're like, "Yo, Pac's at the fucking Compton Indoor."
No way.
We all rolled over there, bro.
Yeah.
Just to see him from like that. But like when I was in high school, you would see Easy rolling. You see Knock rolling.
That's dope.
You feel me? My mom worked at Louis Burgers where NWA would eat. So when I introduced her to Yella was like they know each other. Like that type of shit.
I used to go. I used to get my K-Swiss and my Pac CDs at the Slots and Swami.
Oh
yeah,
shit,
bro.
Because all of a sudden, somehow there was Machiavelli 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so I'm like, I had to go. I got to go, and that was the only place to get it. That's the only place to get it.
That's
no
crazy,
doubt, man.
My last question to you is, how do you feel about like Kendrick and everything that he's doing right now?
I fucking love it.
Love it.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, Compton is the mecca of hip hop, and we continue to prove it.
Yeah.
You will see plaques, and the things that we do in our city is beautiful. Dre just built Compton High all over again. It's fucking amazing.
That's something that's never even said either.
You know what I'm saying?
That he's putting in, back to the community.
Nah, that motherfucker rebuilt it. Bad as fuck. Bad. Like, I wish I would have went to school now
during that time
because their fucking music department is so fucking bad.
It's
bro.
hooked up.
He rebuilt the swimming pool. When I was swimming, we would have to go to a park to swim. He rebuilt the football. He rebuilt the soccer. Everything.
Damn.
You know what? Shout outs to fucking Dr. Dre, bro.
That's awesome.
Feel
You
me?
have to get back on that.
And you know, shout outs
Or
to
he didn't
all
have to, but he did.
the councilmen that put that together. Shout outs to K-Dot for putting our city behind him and making the world respected again.
Big.
Because
then
you know,
Nipsey
in the
did his thing,
90s, Compton was this thing. It was like Motown.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And we lost it to Atlanta. You know, the sound went to Atlanta, then it went back to New York. If it wasn't for Kendrick battling Drake, I don't think people would ever even think about the West Coast rappers that we have right now.
Yeah.
Including Lefty and all these people.
He's put
I
a
think-
new spotlight on it.
I think he also did it a little before that when he was on that Big Sean track.
Yeah.
It was like I'm trying to set the bar high.
Yeah.
We're trying to go
Well, you
up
know,
and get it.
I think it was the Super Bowl.
Oh,
It kicked
man,
it off.
That's crazy.
Feel me?
though,
Me and my
right?
girl were jumping up and down like we were there because it's proud moments for people that live in those cities. That are
Right.
from those cities.
From Compton.
Like I told you when I was a kid, I loved the East Coast videos, but I didn't feel like I was there. They weren't talking to me,
To you.
you know, until I saw NWA. And I'm like, I know that block.
S-
Oh
exa-
shit. And then
exactly.
the next day run over there to see where they were filming at. And when Yo and TV Raps came to Compton.
By the way, I'm digging that Lower Marion jersey.
Oh yeah.
That's dope.
Shout outs to Bobby Castro. You know, that fool did that song with me when he had just got signed to Sony. He had to get it released for me and all kinds of shit. And these are my first Spanish songs, and I was already rapping with top-notch rappers. You feel me?
So your
Kid
network was
Frost,
already network was already growing, like even before. Like you didn't even know that you were gonna build this like new
Yeah,
lifestyle. It was
it-
like with Spanish rapping and
Yeah.
bringing in your DJ work back together again. Like, and it all came in for you like
Yeah,
that.
this year has been a full circle for me. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
awesome.
I don't, you know what, man? I tell my girl, man, like, I think these are the happiest years of my life.
That's
you know,
awesome.
having
Awesome,
a
man.
beautiful queen that
Love
just
it.
supports everything you do. And then
When you have that, there's no stopping you.
Nah.
There's no stopping you.
home cooks meals.
You gotta have that backbone. You gotta have that backbone.
No, man, shout outs to my wife and everything that we do.
Shout out
know.
to you.
You know, she
Shout out to
supports
She's in the
Melissa.
studio here with us.
she
Big shout
supports
out.
me, everything we do, and you know that has allowed me to grow. And then you know, I just did this, and I'm gonna say it again. My song is in the movie Horchata with oat milk.
So we just had
Johnny here.
Murillo
Yeah.
who wrote the
Okay, so
Horchata, yeah.
my song is in that movie. Shout outs to
look at that.
Coincidence, right? I don't know, bro. I
LV,
don't
the
know.
director, is my homeboy.
Oh, okay.
Really? LV.
Okay,
Yeah,
he was
LV
talking about
told
it
me
too.
Yeah, he
5
was just
years
talking
ago.
about it.
Yeah.
LV heard a song of mine in 5 years. He told me that song's gonna be in a movie I do. I don't know which one yet, but you're gonna see it. So
That's what's
And
up.
that movie was
we
being
were on
done
the
since
red carpet.
2021.
Yeah, we were on the red carpet, and you know what I mean.
Wow.
It was a
Dude.
beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. My girl got me a whole tuxedo suit.
Oh, okay.
Because
is that
You were-
that picture where it's like a gray tuxedo?
Yeah.
You were going.
Okay, I
That's
saw that.
awesome.
Yeah, because it was a celebration. I called LV and he was like, "Man, you know, Brown is excellence. This is for us. We should share this moment for the rest of our lives." And I was like, "My song has never been in a movie. Red carpet, the whole thing." So it was a beautiful moment. So shout outs to LV and shout outs to all the people that are putting in work for the raza, for Brown Films. You feel me?
Horchata with
Without
oat milk. With
Yeah,
oat
And
milk.
hopefully
with
maybe we
oat
can
milk,
get
yeah.
LV on.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I'll reach out to
Yeah,
LV,
for sure.
bro.
That'd
I'll
be
reach out
dope.
to LV and make sure you guys can go on to horchata with
.com.
and check out the movie. Check it out with your family. It's a great comedy. And honestly,
Yeah,
it's
you got Jay
entertaining.
Valentino,
Yeah,
you got Concrete, you got Duno.
Duno, yeah, and what is Larry Garcia?
Yeah, Larry.
Yeah, Larry.
Jerry.
He's the lead
Sorry,
character.
Jerry.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry,
about
Jerry.
that,
My
Jerry.
bad, doggy. Let me
You
check
are the
this.
lead character though. So
Yeah. And, you know, all the actors, everybody that was in there, you know, it's a beautiful crew. And, you know, all the musicians that put music for there, you know, it's literally done for brown people by brown people.
That
You
is
know what I mean?
amazing.
And that's exactly what Johnny Murillo's doing, is just trying to
trying to
bring on the
connect people.
Chicano.
Have you met Johnny yet?
No.
you got to meet
I
Johnny,
mean,
bro.
I think I have. Yeah, I have, huh?
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, we were connected through Renee
Yeah,
You
so
might have,
Renee was
right?
there too. Yeah, but I didn't meet Renee or all them. through
Shout out
that.
Renee,
I shout outs to Poet. I met LV on my own. You feel me? I met Poet through her. She,
really?
okay.
Okay.
He's married to my high school friend.
imagine that.
there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, man, what is that? Little tight little circle right there, bro. It's all coming together, man. That's insane.
So big
On that
shout outs
movie
to
though,
LV,
bro.
and you know what I mean. And look out for my music. I got way more music.
Put it out there.
I just gave LV 3 new songs, so he is working on a new movie.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if I just spilled the beans, but I'm just he's
Hey, LV, if you need an actor, I'm
Yeah,
down.
he's out there.
Background.
You already,
I'm trying to
you already
do-
pitching yourself for a job?
Again,
Damn,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
So, shout outs to all that. And, keep up. I'm bringing out KikiSmooth.com soon. So, that'll
Nice.
be
Working on
easier.
your domain. Okay,
Yeah.
I see
That'll
that.
be
Yeah.
easier for you guys to, just
Just
pull
grab-
up. I got
grab
a lot
tracks.
of merch. And
We tried doing that failed.
I have a shirt out right now, the Fuck the Police by Easy E t-shirt.
I saw that.
I hooked up with a clothing line from the 90s called 187 Huda. I used to buy their clothes.
Hold on. Isn't your cousin an officer?
Yeah, but it's still fuck the cops. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Unless
Her cousin's gonna see this. Hey, Kiki, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. What's up, man?
unless you're about
Watching
your people,
you.
you know what I mean? Still fuck the cops. I hooked up with the clothing line because it's a part of my childhood. Everybody wanted me to bring out merch, but I wanted it to have a meaning behind the merch. So I approached them. They agreed to do the merch with me. So you can go to 187huda.com and buy that shirt, or go to my Instagram and DM me. And if you ever need a DJ, like I said, I have a crew of DJs, and we work with everyone's budget. If you want me, it's a higher price. You know what I mean? That type
Right,
of shit.
right, of course.
But if you have $200-$300, I'll send a DJ to you. Trust me.
Okay.
That's dope.
You're gonna love it. I have a whole network of DJs. So shout outs to DJ Live Crew, all my DJs from the crew. Shout outs to everybody from Ruthless Radio. I run Ruthless Radio.
Okay.
So
Really?
Wow.
and I got the torch handed to me by Coolio G. So
No way.
I had him on the station.
Really?
And he, handed
Is that
me
a
over.
.com right now, or is it the where do you broadcast?
It's what is that? It is richandruthlessradio.com.
Yeah, and then like that, it's
Yeah,
Rufus-
the episode's out where he hands me the keys and all that
nice,
shit.
man.
So
We're gonna dig that up, man. I
Yeah,
didn't get a
dig that
chance to
shit up, man. And I got more stuff coming out. We're definitely working hard at getting some shows and stuff like that with the new sound that I have out with Asociados and new videos. So just stay tuned. And first Mexican rapper out of Compton. I thank you guys for having me.
Nah, Kiki, thank you for coming, man. We know you came all the way out here early in the morning. We really appreciate it. And man, we
Well,
brought
yeah,
a
I'm
little
going
bit-
home with a burrito.
Yeah,
so I
that's
ain't
right.
tripping.
And yeah, from
I ain't
talking about
tripping.
good, man. Hey, really, man. Thank you so much. And we always try and tell people, like to follow everyone. The likes and the subscribes.
Thank
and I
you,
love
yeah.
that you put that people, people don't really support you, like your, your family, friends, but that's the way it has to start with there first.
Yeah.
And you have that whole connection right now, man.
Well, like I said, man, I'm just a person, being a person. A lot of people don't be themselves no more. So, you're only going to get me. You know what I'm saying? There is no other shit. My real name
He
is...
came with it.
I know.
My real name is Enrique, and my whole life they've been calling me Kike. So Kiki is what my black friends called me. You feel me? And that's just who I am. My mom, everybody calls me Kiki. My stepkids call me Kiki. You're getting Kiki Smooth, and that's who I am. And I'm that dude that you could approach and ask me whatever, and if I have the answer for you, I'll give it to you.
That's pretty cool, man.
Any quick advice that you can give
Yeah,
to the
to
people out
anybody
there
that's
like
coming
that's
up.
trying to do their thing in the rap game or
unique.
at the DJ?
Be authentic, be unique, be yourself. When you wake up in the morning, you made that choice to put on that clothes, so be that person. Feel me? Don't try to be something you're not. And that's why a lot of these artists are, not moving forward, because you get lost in the bucket.
No doubt.
So, be yourself and stay true to yourself. It's, not everyone has to like it, as long as you like it.
That's cool.
Don't do it for other people, do it for yourself. I do this shit for me.
Hell yeah. I
For
like
my
that,
mental
man.
health, you know what I'm saying?
I love it. Do you want to do an inspirational quote?
I do
Because
have one.
You do have
I
one?
do have one.
All
I've
right, man. We do
selected it this
inspirational
morning.
Oh, hit
quote
it,
all
hit
the
it,
time.
hit it.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear
If
it,
you have
man.
no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. With confidence, you have won even before you have started. Marcus Sarvey.
Hey.
All right, Marcus. All right, man. I appreciate that. Hey, Kiki, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Let me throw a quote in there too. A real simple one, because Kiki's inspiration.
That's right.
skills pay the bills.
Hey, that's real, dog.
Hey, Kiki, thanks for coming
Thank
through,
you
man.
so
On
much,
Tapped In
man.
Media.
Shout out to his wife.
Yeah, big shout out to his
my
wife.
Thank you.
We have Andy Q. That's Rojo. I'm Russ. This is Geeking. So much, everybody. Please do go down there, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. You
Yeah.
already know what's up, man. Hit us
Yeah.
up on Instagram too, at @tappedin_media. We post all that stuff, but we're definitely going to put Kiki
And on
up there.
TikTok.
And on TikTok. I always
Tapped
forget
in
the TikTok.
underscore media.
I always forget the TikTok.
Come on,
you know what I
man.
mean? I try, brother. Till next time, everybody. Take care of
Hey.
yourselves. We really appreciate your time. Peace out, man.